everyone, my name is Paul and today I'm replacing the drive belts on this 1998 Toyota Tacoma. It has 3 of them: alternator, air conditioning, and power steering. And the idler pulleys look like this. All 3 belts are driven by the crank pulley, and the farthest belt from the engine will come off first. Let's start by removing the power steering belt. Start by loosening the bolt on the front of the power steering idler pulley. This will allow it to slide up and down. Turn the tensioner bolt counterclockwise to take the tension off the belt. Pull the power steering belt off the tensioner and power steering pump. The belt will have to go around the fan. Push the belt between 2 fan blades and rotate the fan to get the belt out. The AC belt is next. It will be on your left side when you're looking at the engine. You can reach the AC idler pulley from under the truck. This long wrench makes everything very easy. Follow the link in the video description to buy this wrench. Pull the belt off the AC and crank pulleys. This one does not go around the fan. The last belt is for the alternator. This belt is closest to the engine block and doesn't have a tensioner. Instead, the alternator moves to adjust belt tension. Back out the tension adjuster bolt on top of the alternator and loosen both bolts on the adjuster bracket. Under the alternator, hold both ends of the long through bolt and loosen it. Pull the belt off the alternator and crank pulleys. The alternator belt must go around the cooling fan. Push the belt between the fan blades and rotate the fan to get it out. The alternator belt is torn and cracked. This belt has 5 grooves. The AC belt is also old and cracked. This belt has 4 grooves. The power steering belt is ready to be replaced too. This belt has 4 grooves. Bearings in the idler pulleys will wear out, so it's a good idea to replace the idler pulleys when you change the belts. You can hear this bearing is making a lot of noise. Unscrew the bolt holding the power steering idler pulley. The pulley has a bolt going through it and a washer behind it. Place the small, fat washer behind the new pulley, and the large, thin washer and bolt go in the front of the pulley. Install the pulley finger tight. We will still need to adjust the belt tension, so don't tighten the bolt yet. The AC idler pulley is loose and the bearings grind. Loosen the nut and remove the old pulley. Install the new pulley and don't forget the big washer. These bearings sound much better than before. Now it's time to install the alternator belt. The alternator belt is closest to the engine and has 5 grooves. This belt must go around the fan. Get the belt between the fan blades and turn the fan to get the belt on the other side. From under the truck, place the belt on the crank pulley and alternator pulley. From above, place the belt on the water pump. Turn the fan to make sure the belt is seated in the grooves. Turn the alternator tension adjuster bolt clockwise to tension the belt. The belt is tight when you can move it up and down about ½ an inch. Tighten both bolts that hold the upper alternator bracket. Hold the nut behind the lower alternator bolt and tighten the bolt. The AC belt goes on next. It is the second farthest from the engine. This belt does not go around the fan. Place it on the middle crank pulley and AC compressor. Check from above to make sure the belt is on the pulley. Loosen the idler pulley and slide it up to put the belt on the pulley. Tighten the adjuster bolt until you can push the belt about ½ an inch. Remember to tighten the nut that holds the pulley. The last belt to go on is for the power steering pump. Move the belt around the fan and put it on the power steering pump pulley. Climb under the truck to make sure the belt is on the crank pulley, then loosen the idler to get the belt on the idler pulley. Tighten the adjuster bolt until you can push the belt about ½ inch with your fingers. Tighten the bolt that holds the idler pulley. Now let's start the engine to check the belts. Rev it up a bit. I didn't hear any belts squealing, so it's good. The thing that annoys me the most about working on cars is putting all the tools away. And this job only takes 2 of them. That's not very annoying. New belts tend to stretch just a little bit, so if they start squealing after you've driven the truck, just go back in there and tighten them back up. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out my other car repair videos.